What's up, you guys? We're back again with this Silverado. When we picked up the truck, well, actually we recently had some work done on the back for the spare tire carrier, and when we picked it up from the shop, right away we noticed that as soon as we turned it on, trying to drive back home, the check engine light was on. So we drove it back for, I don't know, probably like 30-40 miles, maybe more, and the radio wasn't turning on at all. 20 minutes into the drive back home, the radio turned on by itself. So since we don't know what we're doing, we tapped the radio onto this fuse right here, not knowing that that fuse was for the transmission. So we drove the truck back home. Once we got home, we scanned it with the scanner. I think we got this like at Harbor Freight or something. We scanned it, and then 9 codes came up. 5 codes were different codes, and 4 codes were repeated codes. And we looked online, and they said that it was the ignition switch. So we had to check power over here at the white cable, I believe, and there was power. We checked at every cable that we could right here, and they all had power. But while we were doing all that, we checked, I don't know why, we just decided to check the alternator on that, and the alternator is overcharging. Oh, by the way, so the codes went away. So right now what we have is an overcharging alternator. So we're gonna go ahead and get it rebuilt. So we're gonna have to pull it off. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you right now. If you guys remember the first videos of this truck, we had the gauge on the alternator go up and down, and we thought it was just a gauge or something. But oh, and that also that alternator makes a loud whistling noise. So we just left it like that until we decided to check the charging thing with the scanner, and it says that it's overcharging, and we've had that needle above 14 volts for some time now. So we're just gonna go ahead and get it rebuilt. I'm gonna take the truck around the block just to make sure that the check engine light doesn't come on. So this is our alternator. It is I think it has been replaced recently, but I don't know why it's overcharging right now. So to remove it, first we have to get the tension off of the serpentine belt and get the serpentine belt off of the alternator. So down here, you see this pulley right there. I'm going to insert the 15mm wrench like that, and then you have to pull it up to get the tension off of the belt like that. So I'm gonna have to do it with 2 hands to unhook it. Once that is off, you just let it hang. You can unplug the plug back here, and we're gonna go ahead and remove the power cables, 10mm to remove that. And we have this set up because we ran 2 0 gauges from the rear where the battery is at to the front. So this is our ground straight to the bolt, and it contacts the alternator right here. We got both of the power cables off. We just put them in that towel because they do have power, since the power is coming straight from the battery. Now we're gonna go ahead and remove these 2. These are 15s. So once you loosen these up all the way, you could just slide them all the way out. So we're gonna pry from here to release the alternator. So now we have to find a shop that could rebuild this. I think it's like $40 or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is what controls the voltage back here, this piece. So we'll put you guys back on once we get it back from the shop. So this is what we got. The guy had it ready to go, so we just got there, gave him our old one, and he charged 70 bucks for this one. So all we did, we just hit this with the wire wheel just to get the paint off of this, since this is where the ground is going to be. So now we have to throw it back on the truck. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use both hands to place the alternator here on the bracket, and so that I could put the ground back on here like this. And then we're gonna put both of the bolts back through this and just get them tight. We're gonna go ahead and plug the connector back in and get the power back on here. Now that we have everything connected, we're gonna put the serpentine belt back on. So you just gotta turn the tensioner to the right again and slip the belt over the pulley and you're good to go. Make sure that once you get it on, that the belt is routed properly and that it goes through the pulleys like they should. Now let's go inside and turn on the truck, see where the voltage is at. Right over 14. So let me go ahead and hook up the scanner real quick so we can test it out. Okay, there you go. So let's see. Okay. Battery alternator monitor. Engine needs to be running at normal temperature to begin this test. Start engine and turn on your headlights. Press the little arrow thing to continue. So press that, and then we have to hold the RPMs at 2000. Now it's good. When we did that test the first time, it was charging over 15 volts, so it let us know that the alternator was overcharging, and it would say to replace it or whatever. So now we're within spec, so we're good to go. It's really simple to pull out these alternators on these trucks. And that's it for this video. There's nothing else to show you guys right now. We're going to be working on the cage, so we might go ahead and record that as well. We're going to paint it. We're going to weld some new tabs on for the ratchet strap. We'll show you guys that on another video. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Yonke_OXC films. I'll leave that in the description down below, and we'll catch you in the next one.